Welcome to the Disc Golf Show, guys. My name is Nick, and this is episode 8 of the 2026 season. As always, this show is brought to you in part by our sponsors. First being our local pro shop, Final Nine Sports. They have 2 locations in the Northern California, Sacramento area, one in Orangevale and one in Rocklin. Always go support local. However, if you're unable to find what you're looking for at your local pro shop, we have got a remedy for that, and that is Disc Golf Deals USA. If you go to discgolfdealsusa.com/discgolfshow, you can save 10% off your entire order. Some exclusions do apply, but all the big stuff, save that money while you can. Let's get into the news, guys. As always, we like to start off on a good note, so big shout out, happy 19th birthday to Cadence Burge. Also, along with that, she did just announce that she was recently promoted at Discmania to the Sky team. So, you know, she's putting in that work and she's reaping the rewards. So shout out to her, and we hope to see her doing big things in 2026 here. There was an announcement about the 2027 European Championships that is being held in Tampere, Finland. PDGA Europe is the championships partner, and Nicolas Antila also did a little prediction. He is saying that is when he will be defending his title, which means he's expecting to win this year. So keep your eyes peeled on that, and hopefully he will be able to make that happen. Another announcement was Trash Panda becoming the title sponsor, which is huge. Them being a smaller manufacturer, recycled discs and all that, title sponsor of the 2026 Women's Global event. So that is very awesome to see and hear. Ledgestone updates some branding. I don't know if that matters to you or not. It's a little simpler, cleaner look to them. So keep your eyes peeled for that. There was PDGA announced that for 2026, they have the new disc manufacturer program. And previously, I think we announced that Dynamic Discs is on there, and I think you get 15% off your order through their website. They have now added Latitude 64 to the list. So 15% off any online full price disc at latitude64.com with code PDGA15. So I like seeing this. PDGA, you know, they get a lot of flack from a lot of people, but having this where if you're a PDGA member, you can save some money on your plastic through these different manufacturers, that's great. I'd like to see it happen with a plethora more, or a plethora of manufacturers. Many more would be great. Smaller ones as well, but the bigger ones would be good, because obviously they're big for a reason. Foundation Disc Golf recently announced that they are going to be having a family zone at the Champions Cup, which is being held at New London in April. So that's always awesome. We've talked about this before, being able to bring along your kids so you don't need to find somebody to watch your kids because you want to attend this event, this disc golf event. So now you can take your kids. They said that there's going to be a rock wall there, blow up obstacle course. I think this is the fun thing, is the dunk tank. And apparently Foundation guys will be in those dunk tanks. So if you want to see them get wet, go throw those balls and dunk them in that water. Randon Latta and Chandler Kramer just recently played the Monday qualifier yesterday, and they made it into the upcoming Supreme Flight Open, which is coming on Friday. Also in the FPO at that Monday qualifier, Nid Ovathanasson, actually won the FPO division and qualified as well. So shout out to her. A couple other things outside of, obviously, we have the Supreme Flight Open starting Friday, first event of the Disc Golf Pro Tour 2026 season. Really excited to see that. There have been some changes that Paul Macbeth implemented on that, and interested in seeing what those changes are and how the course plays differently. But a lot of those pros are out there playing those practice rounds. So if you do have a favorite pro, go check out their social media and see how they're doing, see their opinions on the changes. On a side note, if you are going to any of these events, the Pro Tour events, and you are looking for, if you are of faith and you're looking for a place to worship while at a DGPT event, go follow and look up Eagles Wings Disc Golf. They usually have a location that you can attend and, do what you need to do there. More power to you. We support that. A couple last things before we move on. There was this is rough, because when you start pulling personal politics, religion, all that stuff, obviously I just mentioned a religion topic, but I'm not pressuring anybody to do it. I'm not telling people that they can't do it. I think it's a great option that it's available for those who need it or want to do that. But there's a private disc golf course, Oggwood Disc Golf Course, that recently had some attention, making a bold statement. And that, quote unquote, "I've changed my mind. If you still support Trump and ICE, you are not welcome at Oggwood." Quote unquote, "I prefer the support of more intelligent people." This is a horrible way to go about things. This is just causing more division, and it's leaking its way into the sport that we love. I don't understand why we can't just appreciate something and love something together as people, love the sport of disc golf, and not bring those things in where you're causing division outside of your political views. Can we just separate things and not have everything connected to everything in this world? I don't understand why there is inability to be able to be okay with people that don't agree with you on the political side. I think this is I think you're going to lose a ton of business. There's a lot of people saying that they're not going to support that private. We need more private disc golf courses, and you can't force your personal opinions on any topic on others. Just don't. Can we just not do that? It's ridiculous. Sorry guys, it frustrates me because whether I agree with somebody or not, I like to see them as a person first. I don't like to see them as, oh, well, I disagree with you on this one topic, so therefore I dislike you across the board. That is the most moronic way of looking at things. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, if you have seen that, if you haven't, now you've heard about it. Oggwood Private Disc Golf Course making a strange stand on patrons. So, horrible decision. Lastly, but not least, I don't know about you and your local clubs and when you guys start your seasons, your weeklies, if it's year round or not. But our newest course, the one that I was lucky enough to co-design, Denio Disc Golf Course, the club had their inaugural weekly. Really awesome experience. I don't play very many weeklies. I try to get out here and there just to show a little support. I try to support in other ways, but I was happy to be a part of this. I'm on the board, the club board, general member, but yeah, there ended up being, I think, 95 people. The course was packed. It was a blast. We had 5-player cards, and it was just a really, really fun experience, and I was super happy to be part of it. Shout out to all the people that attended, all the people that support the club, this new club in our area. Does your course do anything special for their first weekly of the year? But this was actually the first ever for the club. So it was kind of neat to have that support. And then, of course, we're going to be pushing out, come join the club and attend a future weekly. So let me know. Moving on, that actually leads into the question of the episode, guys. Do you play in any club weeklies? Do you play in multiple club weeklies? How many clubs are you a member of? And when you do play those weeklies, do you play in singles or doubles? Lastly, but not least, shout out the clubs that you're members of down below. let us know. We love to see those clubs, whether they're huge or small or traveling groups. Let us know what you're a part of. Before we move on to gear and equipment, guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really does help. Like, share, notifications, all the goods. Do those things, and thank you very much for doing so. We are at Gear and Equipment, guys. This segment is brought to you by sponsor of the show, Disc Golf Deals USA. If you go to discgolfdealsusa.com/disc golf show, you can save 10% off your entire order. That's everything, guys. There are some exclusions that do apply. Usually they're brand new mold releases and such, but you're looking for a basket, bag, clothes, accessories, 99% of the discs there, get that 10% off. It does add up quick. We have a good selection of approved discs from the PDGA this week. There were 7 total. So let's run through those. Discmania had 2 discs, 2 molds approved, one being the Premier Cloudbreaker and the other being the DD4. Outside of the Discmania, next up was Bernoulli. If you haven't heard of them, go check them out. They had the Hubble approved. Discraft came in with 2 approvals. The Terminator, otherwise DIS-0226-D. I'm guessing that's Discraft February 26th driver. And then the Discraft Aries, which is a Paul Macbeth mold, looks like PM-0226-D. Sounds like that's going to be a driver as well. And yeah, lastly, for the approved molds is Dynamic Discs. They had the Contender approved, which is a stable fairway driver, as well as the Cavalry, which is a lightweight fairway driver. Other than the approved discs for recent upcoming releases, we have a few of those for you. Innova announced that they've changed the name of their disc to the Lynx, Lynx. Obviously, having a disc named can be confusing depending on the context. But yeah, they're changing that name. So now a lot of those that have yet to go out have been stamped over with a now named Lynx on there. But if you like that disc and you want it to be the old version with only on there, go snag it while you can, because they will be now called the Lynx. Along with that, they're adding a Proto Glow Champion plastic to that mold. Discraft announced a special blend Tour Series discs, a mix between the TI and Big Z plastic blend, and those will be released March 27th on discraft.com. Prodigy, now you can get that new putter, the Good Boy. It's now available, so go out in there and support Luke with that disc. We have actually I've got a couple of them here, guys. The Archetype series, which is the Warrior. So this is Eagle McMahon's disc. A big shout out to, again, Disc Golf Deals USA for sending us a couple samples here. And the Boca Latte. This was the one that I was really excited about getting because big coffee fan, big Simon fan. It just makes sense. But yeah, the Boca Latte and the Warrior, the Archetype Series Eagle McMahon discs are available. And then OTB Open drops are beginning this month, and Wave 1 has been announced. You can pre-order these at discgolfdealsusa.com/discgolfshow. Again, these will probably be ones that you might not get the 10% off, but snag these while you're there. Get your 10% off on all your other goods. So Wave 1 is going to include the following: a Fission Delirium, a Prism Proton Soft Insanity. In addition to those 2 OTB Open stamp discs, we've also got the Silva Saarinen Plasma Soft Proxy, the Jeremy Colling Cosmic Neutron Tempo, and then included with this wave are the stock releases of the Eclipse Glitch, the Neutron Soft Range, and the Neutron Soft Echo. So if you're looking forward to collecting those OTB Open drops and some of these Signature Series discs and whatnot, go ahead and you can pre-order those at Disc Golf Deals USA. Last but not least, for products, guys, most important part of your disc golf equipment, your shoes, again, we always suggest at least go check out these two before you look anywhere else. Ideo Sports, they've got the Syncrasy version 2 and the Brawler version 2. Go check them out. Lightweight, more of a zero style sole, so very flat. And then Vessi shoes. So if, personal taste comes into play here, depends on what you like the look of, but both waterproof and very lightweight. So choose which one you like most. Vessi shoes and Ideo Sports. And the links will be down below, of course. Upcoming events, guys. Obviously, we've got the Supreme Flight Open starting on Friday, February 27th through Sunday, March 1st in Brooksville, Florida. So if you're in that area, go watch in person. After that, March 7th to 8th, we've got Disc South, Marriott Dallas Allen Hotel Waters Creek Convention Center. That is a mouthful, in Allen, Texas. So if you weren't able to make Disc East, or if you want to make a second expo, go check out that Disc South. March 13th to 15th is again the one I'm most excited for because it's a new venue, 2026 DGPT Big Easy Open in Jefferson Parish, Louisiana. Outside of those events, we've got a couple local things that I do want to touch on because we're leading up to those in March. March 19th, if you're into basketball and you're in the Northern California area, Sacramento area, or close to, the Kings are hosting a disc golf night at Golden One Center. They are hosting it at the Kings vs. 76ers game. OTB has actually joined in, and I think you can possibly win a bag or in some discs or something like that. I know that they recently made an update to their posts. In Sacramento, California here at Golden One Center. But yeah, go show some support because if this does well, it can grow in the future. And the bigger it can get, the better for disc golfers and, cross sports type of a situation, which is always appreciated. When you have the bigger sports show some appreciation and respect for disc golf, nothing but good there. After that, end of March, the 29th, we've got a fundraiser tournament in our area, Little Oaks fundraiser tournament at Sacramento Adventist Academy in Carmichael, California. That link will be down below as well. Again, with the Kings game link will be down below. But this is a fundraiser event at my kids' private school that they are linked up with a company called Maranatha that does missions, and they build, medical buildings, dental buildings, other types of helpful places for underserved areas, and all that money will end up going that way. And you can have the possibility, if you attend this, it's a bring your own doubles, I believe. You could possibly win a guitar. So there's going to be some cool things there that you can win outside of that. Obviously raffles and stuff like that, I believe, but you can check the link down below. That brings us to the mailbag, guys. This is where we suggest a couple products and videos for you to consume, check out, and we've got a few here for you. First being the Disc Golf Masters video game. If you haven't checked that out, if you're, played Disc Golf Valley or whatnot, they've got Disc Golf Masters, which is a much more realistic style game, kind of along the lines of more aimed towards like Tiger Woods, PGA game. You can play it on Steam, and currently Steam Next Fest is in progress. And if you play, it gets a little more visibility for the game. So if you are a Steam video game player, then go check it out and play some rounds on there. Up through March 2nd, the number one player up through then will win something. So they've made some posts. So go check it out. Outside of the video game, guys, we've got a couple bags we wanted to touch on here. Revolution. So before there was Pound, there was Revolution. Revolution bags are very well made. They kind of have a little bit of a comeback. But if you go to, I believe it's fadegear.com, they have recently made some posts about the Mini Deluxe Disc Golf bag. It's a bag that holds from 12 to 18, obviously putters versus drivers, all that good stuff. 12 to 18 discs. And yeah, I've got a couple myself from back in the day, and very high quality bag, very well made. But go check it out. Outside of that, we've got another bag manufacturer called Fossa Disc Golf. Big fan, friends of the show. But they're having a deal right now, 25% off your entire cart with code SHOPFOSSA26. So SHOPFOSSA26. You can get 25% off your order. Moving on to the videos, guys. I just saw a couple of these. First being Go Throw is having a triathlon that they did last year, and they posted these videos. The first being the King of the Hill. And this is a distance competition where you're shooting drastically uphill, because, and this will tell you exactly why. Drastically uphill, the record is 399 feet by David Wiggins Jr. And 399 feet doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're shooting drastically uphill, it's massive. But yeah, they have the, at 2025 Eagles Crossing, they ran the triathlon. And the first one was the King of the Hill. So it's a distance. Then they have an accuracy, I'm sure, a putting. But go check it out. The link will be down below for that. Record to beat, obviously, that 399. Does it get beat? Does it get beat by multiple people? I don't know. Go check it out. Again, last for a video, not least, big fan of this channel is Silas Schultz's YouTube channel. Go check it out. He's been doing a Making the Bag series, and I love seeing these because you see the thought process and the appreciation for all the molds that are being tested by these pros and how they come to their decisions on what they're going to throw or what they're going to carry as a staple in the bag. Because though you may decide not to carry something automatically, you'll probably end up using it at some point and throwing it in the bag for certain shots at certain courses, certain tournaments. But yeah, go check him out. Very entertaining channel. Obviously, this series is very, very, his editing is great, and it's fun to watch. Go check it out. Guys, guess what? That brings us to the end of the show. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this was informative to you. We do like to help you save some money, as always. So if you are in the market for another bag, go check out Upper Park Disc Golf. If you use code Disc Golf Show, you can save some money there. And big shout out to sponsor of the show, Disc Golf Deals USA. If you're looking for a new basket, practice basket, if you're looking for a new bag or cart, accessories, clothes, plastic, of course, go to discgolfdealsusa.com/discgolfshow and you can save 10% off of your entire order. Some exclusions do apply. But most of it, guys, save that money while you can. And big shout out to our other sponsor, Final Nine Sports. If you are in the Northern California, Sacramento area, they have 2 locations, one in Rocklin, one in Orangevale. Go support local. Go support those brick and mortar locations. A big shout out to Final Nine Sports. Thank you. And if you do have any questions, anything you want me to include in the next show, feel free to email me at discgolfshow@gmail.com, and I'm more than happy to throw some news from your area, into the next episode. Guys, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button, like button, share button, notifications, all the goods. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week.